It's time! The 2025 Mega Tarot spread is now available for booking. Not only are we going to be looking at the individual months' energies for the year ahead, but we're also going to be highlighting 3 major opportunities for you to seize in the year 2025. So bestie, what are you waiting for? Head on over and book your service. You guys have 1 more week to enter my 2025 Mega Tarot spread giveaway. The rules for that giveaway are on my Twitter, but I'll also be posting it on Patreon. Since you need to be a Patreon member anyway to enter the giveaway, that's one of the bonuses of being a patron, is that you get access to stuff like giveaways, right? And you get access to stuff that other people don't get access to, or they get access to it super late. So I think it's cool. I think it's rad. Hopefully you get your friends to join too. You guys know I put a lot of effort and energy and love into what I do, and I hope that, translates into the content that you're getting. But Queen of Pentacles reverse. This is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And it's a queen that feels like she has very little to her name. She is missing some sort of status, or she's putting herself dead last. And if she doesn't appreciate herself, other people are not going to appreciate her either. So there's some investment that needs to be made, and you may be coming to that decision in December, Taurus. Investment in yourself, maybe in your appearance, maybe in your personal style, maybe in your professional life, like getting an extra course or learning something new. That could be something that you're grappling with now that Venus is transiting your 9th house of higher education. So that could be thematic too. You could also be dealing with, right, Virgo, whose planet Mercury is going to be retrograde during December, for half of December, I should say. But then it's in post shadow, which is basically the same thing. When we get all the solidification of all that is happening, that's when it happens, right? Post shadow is when you see the effects of the retrograde, not so much the retrograde period itself. So remember that. But the Queen of Pentacles reverse, she's really acting like a Knight of Pentacles, which is at a standstill, is getting to know himself or herself, themselves, right? And isn't doing much per se, but is getting a lot done. Let's see what the challenge will be this month for you, Taurus. 3 of Cups. That's a good challenge to have. So it looks like a pretty fun month for you, where there's a lot of opportunity for socialization, getting together, celebrating. And this may be a little challenging for you now. Maybe you don't want to do those things, right? This could also be like enjoying yourself. You could be having a hard time with that. Maybe you're not having that much fun, or you don't really want to do the things that other people in your social circle want to do, or you may feel like you're around a lot of people, but you don't have a lot of connections, like really intimate connections happening or being formed. Surrounded by people, but feeling alone, okay? And this may go back to you being a little bit too hard on yourself. Aries got this too. And you guys are right next to each other, so it's unsurprising that you're sharing a little bit of that experience together. Let's see what the good stuff is for December. Page of Cups. So we have a little crush energy here. Literally, this is a crush. You could be crushing on someone. Someone could be crushing on you. The downside to this is that it's not very serious. It's a very small little flicker of a flame. It hasn't fully been fleshed out yet, and it could be someone younger than you. Okay, or you could be much younger than this person, but this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So far we have the earth signs and the water signs, which conveniently, typically share a relationship. This could also just be people showing you they care in small ways. So it doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. People showing their affection, showing you their love, showing you that they care about you. So it feels good. You could also be this way towards other people. But very small acts of love. Let's look at your love life. Knight of Swords. Okay, so you could be dealing with an air sign. So this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. By the way, I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and it's an all-female deck. It's really cute. I need to switch decks, though. I get stuck. I'm a Knight of Pentacles myself when it comes to my my tarot cards, but I digress. Knight of Swords, you know, quick communication coming in, or you may be talking back and forth with a person who is interested in you. You are interested in them. The only thing about the Knight of Swords is that it can come across as more of a friendship or a platonic relationship rather than something romantic. So it still feels like, you either know this person, like you're already friends with them, but there's back and forth communication, and it's banter, and it's humor, and it's like, oh, we kind of think alike. But still, a knight is not a queen is not a king. So we're not fully into this connection yet. So the conversation is going, but there's still a lot to be discovered about how the person likes being, likes being talked to, or being treated versus yourself. Like, there's a lot of deeper subjects to be touched upon. So there's also an indication that this may be a person you've known. So there's a connection here that's very mentally stimulating. But notice the Knight of Swords kind of faces the past. So there's a callback to the past here. So it's a connection with a very speedy air sign. They could have an air moon or an air sun. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, okay? For your professional life, 9 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles reverse. So I've noticed court cards, yes. So lots of people this month, very social month for you, Taurus. I don't know how you feel about that. And no major arcanas. So even though it seems like a big deal, I think it's a bigger deal within you than it is externally to you. And I hope that I'm not offending anyone by saying that, because there's a lot of nuance to that. Okay, remember that. But no majors. So, well, so far, if we pull the advice card and it's a major arcana, then, I would be wrong. But so far, all we have are court cards. Minor arcanas. So 9 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles reverse. A lot of sadness here. There's a lot of shame here, to be honest. You may not be getting along with people in the workplace. And like I said, you may have issues with authority in the next few weeks. I would not be surprised if you get some sort of information, maybe about you, maybe about who you are, maybe about something that's an extension of you that's kind of feeding into the workplace, like is not really meshing with maybe the workplaces that you are part of, maybe the people you work with. There's some sort of drama there. There's some sort of inability to work together that may be manifesting in the next few weeks for you. And there is a sadness there. There's a feeling of like, oh my gosh, not this again, or this issue is overwhelming me, is stressing me out. So that may be pertinent to you. Of course, I don't like seeing Pentacles cards in the reverse, and so far we have 2, because you guys thrive off having access to certain resources, and this feels very much like you don't have access to certain things that you feel like you should have access to. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to explore here mentally with the number 9 showing up, because 9 to me is the most retrospective card or number, okay? And 9 of Swords is all about, how you have processed or not processed your past experience with maybe a job situation. Maybe you've encountered a lot of issues in the workplace and it's just becoming too much. Let's see what your advice card is, Taurus. Oh, wow. No majors. So don't worry too much about this reading, okay? You already have Uranus in your sign, which I'm so excited for it to leave, but I'm also not. Uranus in your sign can make you feel like you are falling apart, okay? And I'm so sorry to say that because it sounds really mean, but it can feel that way. But it's more like the cracks that reveal the true you underneath, right? And it can be a really tough time because it's a breakdown. It's a breakdown. Five of Swords tells us that, your mind is changing on a particular subject in a way that you understand things, in the way that you're communicating. And that could be happening because of Mercury being retrograde in your 8th house. You could be offending people during this time. So really watch your tongue and watch your expressions and be mindful of what you say. Because I feel like certain things here, maybe the way you left a situation or someone left a situation in which you were a part of could have been really damaging to your mind, to the way you communicate or the way you process information. So don't be so hard on yourself, because it's the 5 card and 5 is about change. Things are changing. Maybe you are getting an onslaught of information or just like too much noise. You have to be aware of that and make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because this could be just a lot of nervousness building up. But Taurus, I hope you enjoyed your December 2024 tarot reading. I'll be back soon for your December or your mid-December reading. And I'm going to post more information on the Mercury and Mars retrograde. So be on the lookout for that article, as well as make sure that you enter my 2025 Mega Tarot Spread giveaway, because I was supposed to call the winner this past weekend, but I had a family emergency or a family issue. And so I ended up extending that so you have more time to join. Of course, if you're on Patreon, all you have to do is retweet my giveaway tweet and you'll be able to be entered. But I love you so much, and I'll see you mid-December for your reading then. Bye, Taurus.